So today the topic is access control list. What is access control list and what is the advantage of it? ACL. ACL is nothing but access control list. Access control list is nothing but in the service now. This is very sensitive topic, which means the ACL. Depending upon the ACL, we can restrict the user access, user control. For example, we have a one table. So in that table, so few people can edit the records, few people can create the records, and a few people can modify the records. Few people can delete. These are all we have created by using the ACLs. So ACLs is nothing but access control list, which are used to completely which are used to what you called which are used to control the access of the records one. So if you want to create or modify ACL, user should have security underscore admin role. So if you want to create or modify rules ACLs, the user should have security underscore admin role, and he need to elevate the privileges. So elevate the privileges is nothing but, see, so elevate the privilege is nothing but, here you can see it, the profile. So elevate roles, if you click on here it will come, and elevate the privileges is nothing but so grant application to high security settings, allow the user to modify the access controls. This also one, if you want you can check this document. I'm just clicking on OK. So just now we have one. So I'm just opening the Narayana table which you have created. Narayana, and right click, configure, go to the security rules. Security rules is nothing but is the ICLs. See, there are a lot of rules were there, and if you want to one, first we can check the active records. So there are a lot of were there. So for example, if I see, if anybody user want to create a record, see, user has should have Narayana, which means, see, default access control for this one. That means if anybody want user want to create a record, he should have Narayana user. So Narayana underscore. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to the user profile. So here we have Avel tutor. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add u underscore Narayana role here. Now, so we what happened? We have granted the Narayana U underscore Narayana underscore role. So we enter this false. So this we have added. Now what we are going to do is I'm just going to impersonate this as this user as a able tutor. Let's see how it will works. So Narayana. See this able one. So you can able to create a new record and you can able to create a new record and you can able to modify and delete all the records. So this is fine. Now if I am going to end impersonation, again elevating the privileges. So again go to the Narayana. Security rules. So what I am going to do is for this one here right now this Narayana is there. So what I am going to do is for this, so I'm just removing this role and I'm just adding ITIL admin role. So now what happened? I just added ITIL admin role and if I'm going to save this, let's see how it will works. I'm just going to be impersonate as a able again, able tutor. So I'm just opening this one. See now there is no option to create a new record since we have created the restriction for the mm, what we call since we have ITL admin. So now next what I am going to do is see now user can update and modify this record. So we want to restrict also. Again I'm just going to end impersonation. So again what I'm going to do is I'm just going to elevate the privileges. First, whenever if you want to table access, first we need to check the creation. After that, read, write, delete. These are the main four operations which we are going to use for it. So now, what happened again? I'm just going to the Narayana branch and security rules. No, this is the what we modified. Now, what I am going to do is I'm just removing this one ITL admin role and I'm just ITIL and the next one is U underscore. Save it. So now what happened? We just if the user has any enroll ITL or this role, can you can miss it. Now what I am going to do is I'm just going to impersonate as a user again. I will do the see if I am going to create a new record. So I'm just creating a new record here. So I'm just giving a few details. Organization. What happened? Okay, leave it. This is some business tool we have written. It was sticking it. So this is the one. Now that means the user can create the new record for this one. So I hope you guys understand that what is a create ACL will do, because this is a very sensitive topic. So if you have any queries, please feel to ask me. I hope you guys understood. Now the next step. So again, I'm just going now. I'm just want to control this read access and write access. So I'm just going to end impersonation. So every time, see, for example, if I don't have elevate my role, let's see what happens. Narayana, right click, configure, security rules. Now, if I open the same thing which you have modified without elevation, see, the record is going to read only. You cannot modify the same thing. So, which means you cannot modify this one without editing. So, for example, if I am going to elevate the privileges here, go to the elevated and security admin. Okay. See, now you can modify it since we have elevated the privileges. So this is the advantage of the elevate the privileges for the same thing. So now this is our next one. We have to go. For example, we have seen the delete option. So if you want to restrict this delete, so what I am going to do is I am just going to remove this one. ITL admin, and I'm just going to update this one. Now you can see. Now again, I'm just going to impersonate as able tutor. Narayana. See, earlier we have the option to delete it. Right now, it's we don't have option to delete the record for this. This is the delete ACL will do. So if you remember, if you have created table, that's mostly the 99% table access, and this delete ACL will be accessed by the ServiceNow admins only. We cannot allow the users to. We cannot allow the users to access the this delete ACL. Okay, got it. Anyone has any queries till now before I move to the next ACL? Okay, I'm just checking as you guys understood. Elevate the privileges and security admin as a true. Now I'm just going to again Narayana. Or if you don't want one, if you or else if you can write in the ACL access. I'm so sorry. Go to the access control list. See, Access control list, you can make it as a favorite, and we'll do the same. Here, these are the list of ACLs which we have, but we don't, since we have to table name. This is the table ACL. Now, the next step, the read. If I want to read, for example, I want to read this table one completely by the ITL role. So right now we can able to access it, but if I want to restrict the user, so I can give the ITL admin role. So right now what happened, if I want to read the table, user should have ITL admin role. So now if I open, see what happened, security constraint prevent to access it. Here what happened, here the read is nothing but if you want to read the table, what we have given, we have given mm, so what we have given, so we have given to the table, if you want a user to read the table, so the ITL admin user should have the same thing. So now I'm just going to end impersonation, elevate the privileges, ACLs. So again I'm just going to raw read ACL, which you open. So I'm with the same thing, like I'm just going to remove the ITL admin. Narayana. Now again I'm just impersonating as a avail tutor. So Narayana. See, right now we can able to grant the records for it. So here, what I am going to do is here I can open the record and I can modify the record, but I want to restrict the record control. So that means what we can do is again I'm just going to end impersonation. Next, I'm just going to here the write ACL. So here I'm just going to now just impersonate the avail again. See, If I open this record, earlier, whenever we have seen it earlier, we can able to modify the record. But here now what happened? We cannot modify the record as so we cannot modify the record for this, which means we have an user doesn't have the right. He has the only read access so that he can read it one, and he didn't have any role. He didn't have ITL underscore admin role to read the ACL for it. Now I'm just going to impersonation ends. So again, I'm just going to modify the same ACL. That means I'm just going to elevate the rule. Sorry, right ACL. So here I'm just going to remove it. That means here if you give multiple rows, that means if user should have any one of the role. It's not required to has the all the roles IPL. And also if you need, I'm just giving u underscore Narayana user update. Now, so earlier what we have seen it, the user didn't have the access or ability to modify the record. Now I have we have given. Now again I'm just going to impersonation as avail. Opening this one. Here I can say earlier we have done the option. So now we have ZPHS. So that's the one. So that's the use of the write ACL. Next we have seen it create ACL, delete ACL, and write ACL, and all the stuff. These are all mainly will we use the one. The next step, I'm just going to create a new ACL. I just want to control this in the list option. Action not authorized. Yes. Think we need to elevate the privileges. See, sorry. So I'm just going to create this one. See, I'm just going to create this one as a. I just want to control this one as a list edit, and see the table name is Narayana. So next, the table I'm just not in. Here I'm just going to granting the role. You under so for example, if I give ITL underscore admin, So if I impersonate as able tutor, let's see. See, earlier we can able to modify it is from address gen here list control, but here you cannot modify it. See, which means if you want to restrict the edit option from that one, we can use list underscore edit one. Now I'm just going to end it, the impersonation. So now what we can do is we can restrict the so user records mostly by using the ITL one. So for example, I just want to till now what we have seen it we have multiple access control list and I'm sorry, I'm just elevating. Okay, we have elevating privileges. So now I just want to create one. If you want to restrict this one in the report one, so if you want to create restrict this one to report, what is report on, that means if you want to don't want to see it in the report, so it will not, you cannot pull a report, that also we can see it itil. So this is the one. Now what I am going to do is I'm just going to, so what happened, so the report, right? So what I am going to do is I'm just going to impersonate as able tutor again. So Narayanam. Now what we are going to do is I'm just sorry, I'm just going to go to the report module, creating a new. So I'm just going to Narayana records, a table. See, u underscore Narayana is not available as we have given the user to restrict it as ITL admin rule. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to modify that ATCL again. Let's see what happens. So this ACLs is a very sensitive topic. We'll do the same thing. So now what I am going to do is will be elevator privilege. So now ITL. I'm just going to ITL and update. I'm just going to report table. Now see, this report Narayana table has came for the reporting purpose. So which means this report underscore on view will be useful for the same thing one. I hope you guys clear till now what we discussed. Still any confusion? Guys, this ACLs is a very sensitive topic. Please, if you're not able to understand, ask me again. I will explain the entire topic again. I don't have any issues because this is the most important thing, and mostly in the production, you will not get an option to modify the ACL. But if you know the concept, you will be very good, because depending upon this one, we will control the complete users to accessing the same thing. So let me just give a moment. I'm just giving charging to the laptop. So now, yes, I think it's charging. Now the next step was so now today we have seen it. These are all the one. So now the next step was what we are going to do is uh, now the next step was what we are going to do is this one. So we have seen it report is all the one. Till now, whatever we have given the restriction, those are all in the table level. So there are two types of ACLs, which is a table level and which is a field level. Table level is nothing but which we are going to what you called which we are going to restrict in the table. If you want to user should update in the particular record, then the user should have the same record access. So now what I am going to do is, so I'm just going the Narayana ACL. Now I'm just going to open this one. So if I open this record, I user want to modify this one, what I am can say this hostel one, whether it should be true or false. So the user should have some rule. So if you want to do configure, if you want to go to the directly configure security, you can do it, or I can go to the configure dictionary. Right now there is no ACL, so you can just click on this ACL. That means here also we can do it. Now what I am going to do is, so if you want to read, then IDR should have ITIL. Been so this is the field level. Now I'm just going to again going to the Abel tutor. Let's see what happens. See, since we don't have read access for that one, that field is not visible to us. Okay. Now I'm just going to ACL again in impersonation. security. And now I'm just elevating the privileges. I think we have elevated the privileges. That's good. Now, what we are going to do is I'm just going to remove this one and giving as a u underscore Narayana user. Now, again, I'm just going to this user Narayana. If I open this record, see, this field was visible. That means if you want to user should be read the field, then we can use the read ACL. So now what I am going to do is next one is the write ACL. So we want to restrict the user for that one. So what we are going to do is impersonation. Oh my god, still we are doing the same user. Now what I am going to do is again I'm just going to the Narayana. So now here again I'm just opening the any one of the record for that hostel. So I want to restrict it to right as I just need to modify the user should have the ITL admin role. So since we don't have ITIL, see this was the one. I'm just going to write ACL. So the right ACL I have written. So I'm just for the right I'm just making as ITL admin, not ITL user. I'm just making as ITL admin. Now again I'm just going to now what happened now the user has the option C for the read have the option and write he don't have permission. So let's see. I'm just going to impersonation Narayana. If I open, see he has the read access but he didn't have the write access, which means he can read the ACL but he cannot modify the ACL. That is the use of field level ACL. So if you want to do the same thing modify, if you didn't any restriction it will come, but if you want to modify the same thing we can do the same. See, if you want, we can directly we can give also, but we don't want to give it. Since we have already give it, we can go to the configure dictionary. The right ACL. See, I'm just going to remove this one. U underscore Narayana, and I'm just going to save this one. That means if the user has the ITL admin role, if the user should have If you want to modify this field, user should have Narayana underscore user role. Now I'm just going to impersonation as I will tutor. I'm just Narayana and test it. See, since the user has the u underscore Narayana underscore u, he can modify the record for it. So this will run like that. We can create a table level result. The most common, not most common, ask. So the ACL execution, the ACL execution will be, the order is, for example, I'm just going to ACL, right? The ACL execution order. First, it will check the role. After that, the what are the conditions? Conditions is nothing but condition. Condition is nothing but whenever if you are writing ACL, so we are defining that this is called a condition. And then, or else if you don't want, if you click on that advanced, advanced in the sense, if you click on the advanced, if you want to write in a script, we can write a script here also. Here we can write a script. So mostly we cannot write a script here. Mostly we can use the all the stuff. So this is the one. Now the execution order of this one is, the first is a role, second one is a condition, third one is a what are the script we have written for it. This is the most common asked interview question. What is the ACL execution order? First the role, second the condition, third will be the six execution. And the difference between table dot non table dot star. If you read an ACL, so see, if you give table dot none is, if you given, for example, the table is Narayana. Table dot none is nothing but if you give, it will give the complete access for the table, which is a read for the user. If you give, if you give the complete access, only they can just access the record. Table dot none. That is the table is nothing but this is an array called table dot none. And if you give table dot star, which is nothing but which will give the field access to the user. So the difference, the interviewer may ask, what is the difference between table dot none and table dot star? Table dot none will be used to grant the complete table access to the user, and table dot star will be a row level, which is a field level, will be the access for the user. This is the most common asked interview question, and the interview question and the execution order they will ask it. This is the basic thing, but in the real time, 99% you will not get an option to modify the ACLs or create an ACL. Mostly they are already built. You just need to give small changes, or else you cannot. You will not get an option to change it. So what you will do is you just understand how this functionality will work. Okay, so this is the ACL concept. Till now, anyone has any queries? Till now, okay. So kindly please note down the task for today. Today task is create a ACL. You already, since you already created a table, so first create all the all read, write, and delete, and create ACLs. What are the ACLs you have written? Those ACLs first you can check with ITL admin role. All the ACLs just modify with the ITL admin role whether the user is able to access the record, and if not, Just modify with the ITL user role and check, grant the user to ITL user role and check whether the user is able to access the records or not. This is the task for today. I hope anyone has any queries for today's task.